Hey guys, Dmonty here with another video on 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross. So in today's video, I am going to show you guys pretty much a box showcase of everything that I've been working on since the game's launch. I believe it launched on March 3rd, so we're about like 2.5 months in so far. And I wanted to show you kind of like every single unit that I've been working on pretty vigorously. But I've been farming like non-stop since the game's come out, like just AFK farming. Like, this is a game that you can walk away from and it still, continues to play for you, which, I actually kind of like that aspect in the game. I haven't really played JP very much since the skip tickets have come out, but I think that those are limited, so you can only do that so many times a day. But anyways, like I said, I'm going to show you guys what I've been working on, what I'm going to continue to work on, what it took me to get to the point where I'm currently at. If you are a free-to-play player, obviously you are restricted by mostly stamina pots. This game is very free-to-play friendly, but if you don't have stamina pots that you need in order to run the events, it's going to take you a lot longer to achieve that at what I've achieved. There are a lot of ways and a lot of free stamina pots that the game gives you, and even if you spend just a little bit of money on the game every week, I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. The stamina pots is how I got to the point of being where I'm at, okay? All right. So, first thing, let's talk about the stamina pots. So, like I said, I AFK grind everything pretty much overnight, and I come back, get what I need. For the stamina pots, the free one that they give you every single day, right here from Bon, the daily tasks, as long as you cook something with him every day and you're caught up in the story, there is 2 stamina pots. That's 60 a month. That's actually quite a bit. You definitely want to pick up these 2 stamina pots for free. If you're not doing this, you're doing something wrong, okay? It takes like a second to cook. It can cook anything, okay? And go grab those 2. All right, so the next thing, another thing I want to mention is the level cap is still 70. I cannot wait for this to go to 80 or even higher, because every rank that you currently have, your max stamina goes up and up and up, and your stamina pots are worth more as well. Okay, and so the next way to basically obtain stamina pots, unfortunately, is a purchasable bundle here. I buy this every single week. This pack right here is great. I think it's only like $3 or $4. It gives you 35 pots and 5 gems, which is actually probably the best deal for pots if this is all you can afford. I mean, it allows you to farm something every single day, okay? And lastly, I mean, and this is a little bit more, this one is actually kind of like heavier on the pay-to-play version. This one right here resets every single week for 8, 16, 20, so about $25. You get 30 gems and 90 pots. Now, with this on a rotation of every single week, we're talking big, like a huge amount of pots. 7 from Bond. You can do that Bond 7 times a week, so that's 14 right there. And then that other pack with a lane on it is another 35 pots, so 14 and 35 is 49, and plus this 91 every single week. It allows me to farm non-stop, and this is how I got my box the way it is, and we'll show the box in just a second. Now, the last way to obtain pots, which everybody, there's free gems in the game every single day and every single week with PvP and everything. The last way to obtain pots, and what I spend every single one of my silver coins on, I don't think I've purchased anything else, are these bad boys right here. Now, I try to keep a heavy, right now I'm down to 241. That's actually kind of low. I could burn 241 pots in probably like 4 or 5 days. So the amount of summoning I do and the content I make really does help, sustain this number here, because every R you pull also turns into a stamina pot, and they also give you a free YOLO every day, so that's another 30 free stamina pots right there, assuming that you pull all R's, but you could do better than that. Okay, so let me just say the importance of stamina pots, okay, and rank. You want to get your rank as high as possible. Okay, so now that we've talked about how I obtained this, let's go show what I've obtained. So this is my box. Right now, I currently have it sorted by level. So as far as level 75 characters, I've only specifically chosen a few 75 characters to basically take to that point. Only was that 12 characters so far at level 75. But that's okay. That number is actually going to now significantly increase, because I just hit a certain threshold that I really, really wanted to hit, and that's why I'm making this video. So the units I've chosen, Gallon. I like to use Gallon in my PvP team, so he's really, really good. Ascanor. He's freaking Ascanor. Yeah, no explanation. Rimuru, I actually took to 75, just because of the whole event currently going on. They give you a lot of pendants, and then on top of that, I can run the Ifrit raid. I made that Ifrit raid video on top of that. So Rimuru seemed like a good choice. Demon Melee, right now he's probably the best unit. Oh, I didn't mean to click on him for Crimson Demon, so I took him to 75. Slater, I run for Crimson Demon. No, I'm sorry, Red Demon. Crimson Demon is Halleck's Demon. Everybody just calls him Crimson Demon. We've called him that since day one on JP, so that's what he is. So Slater, level 75, because he is my Red Demon unit. He's my DD. Green Merlin, amazing in PvP, and then also having on that 4 slot, everybody starts off with an extra ultimate gauge, and she's really, really good for raids. Jericho, you need for guild boss. Also good for the King event. Hauser is my farmer. Pretty much on all my farming teams, I run Red Hauser just because he annihilates the whole team. He is SA6. Red Gother, best unit in the game, got a 75 him. Green King, I 75 him. He is SA5. The reason why I have Green King is because of Grey Demon. Grey Demon, that's his biggest weakness right there, especially when we get Hell Mode probably soon. You're definitely gonna. I don't even think it's doable currently on the global side without Green King. So you definitely want him maxed out. Blue King, he has so much versatility. He is also good for Red Demon, Hell. And then on top of that, he is amazing for PvP. Mine, I believe, is only SA3. So I just buy the coins when they go on discount. I think I bought one and not on discount. I'm trying to max him out as soon as possible just because at max ult gauge in PvP, he demolishes, okay? Green Bond, he was my farmer for a little bit. I'm not going to lie. Green Bond falls off. I haven't actually used Green Bond in a very, very long time. If I were to regret 75ing a unit, it might actually be him. I haven't used him in a long time. And I don't know if any events that, he really comes, great on anymore. He really fell off really, really fast just because of the pace that they released units. Blue Deanne, I have no regrets on Blue Deanne. Blue Deanne is my farmer, and she's also like one of the best CC units. She has a lot of HP, so definitely UR'd her, and she is SA2 for me. I'm just gonna buy, every time she goes on rotation for 5 coins, I'm gonna buy her from the coin shop. I recommend you guys do that as well. Everybody else, this kind of situational. So my entire box at this point, guys, is 5-star at least, and then the units that I actually use or I'm going to use, so like say for example, the Gother event, the Gother boss event came out and we needed certain units, I will go 6-star the units at that point in order, just because I need them. I got my entire box to 5-star, so they are all in usable state, and I pretty much got my whole box to UR. And this is where I was talking about those SSR amulets, is I still need them, just to get, more units to 75 and 80 once that comes out. But every single SSR that I have pulled is now at UR status. So that's cool. I really, it's such a milestone for me. Okay, so as you can see here, units that I would like to actually 75, I want to get this Blue Elizabeth up. This guy right here, he is actually SA6. I can never remember this bastard's name. Grimoire. He is SA6 because he links so well with Deanne, and basically every single SR that I have pulled is SA6, and every single R unit is SA6 as well. One thing I'm going to mention here, to do what I just did, guys, it is so expensive. I would have to say probably in the upwards of 700 million to possibly a billion gold, and I'm not exaggerating when I say that. Anybody that's done this to their box knows the hurt when it comes to that. Now, gold is easily obtained. This is where those stamina pots come in. Gold is easily obtained just by AFK grinding books. Or XP potions. That's well, you don't really get gold for the XP potions, but the XP potions gets everybody to level 60. My entire box is at maximum level at this point. And I would have to say what I was doing, guys, in order to do this, I would actually AFK grinding books when they weren't half stam, and just bring my gear is at the point where I can bring 4 level 1 characters and just kind of AFK it and come back 10 hours later, and those 4 level 1 characters are level 55 or getting close to 60, and so it was basically a free grind right there. I didn't have to use any XP pots to level them up. So kind of just saying that out loud just so you guys can know to level up your characters like when you're AFK grinding, and it's not like if it's half stamina, it's a little bit different because you want to run the event as many times as possible. When it's not half stamina and you still want golden books, then level up characters. It doesn't matter how fast it's going because you're limited by how many stamina pots you have, if that makes sense. Okay. All right, so moving down my box, guys, as you can see, everybody is max level at least 5-star, right? I don't think unless I missed anybody, yeah. So there are a couple units that I haven't pulled, and I wanted to show that as well. There are 4 units that I haven't been able to UR yet. I should be able to UR these two guys probably within my next summoning video. The slime event is still giving us 3 SR amulets every single day, so I think I still got like 13 to obtain there. Let me see how many I currently have evolved. See, right now I only have 1, so I need 20 more to UR these guys right here. My biggest freaking gripe is the R units. R units take 30 of the coins in order to evolve them, and the only way you can get those coins is just basically by the daily SSR pendant event. And so that just comes as is, I guess. Sometimes, you know, when other events comes, maybe like this 100-day celebration coming up soon, that there will be some purchasable coins there. You can also use any R unit you pull for these coins as well, but for me, those R units go to stamina pots. So these last 2 units have just taken forever just because I'm waiting on the coins, right? But I am 60 coins away from URing these 2 guys right here, which is really close, and then 20 coins, which 13 are still remaining in the slime event, to get those guys UR'd. Now, with my box, basically every single SSR I've ever pulled being max level, now I'm at the point where, like, okay, now it's time to get more characters to level 75. That's currently where I'm at. 6-starring some specific units that I like to use, and then these guys right here. These guys right here have just eluded me. I didn't summon on that blue Elizabeth banner. I did 2 multis. You guys saw the video on that. I'll try to link that up above if you want to go watch that. But the 2 bonds, I've never been able to pull them. And Matrona Deanne, I've never been able to pull her either. We haven't seen a whole lot of Sins banners, believe it or not. So there hasn't been a whole lot of opportunity in order to pull them. I know they're both available with the SSR ticket, you know, every single week. I've just been unlucky not to get them, okay? All right. So the last thing that I wanted to talk about is half stamina. Half stamina is super important when it comes to getting a box like this. Like, you need to utilize, let me show you this really quick. Like, even right now, it is half stamina on, oh, I got some sort of event done. Hell yeah, some free materials. Free materials are always good. You really need to utilize your half stamina right here, boss battle stamina decrease. If you guys want to get 5 stars on everybody, it takes a lot of materials. Every single unit needs 3 chalices in order to get them to 5-star of the ones that come from the boss battle, and I'll show that as well. I wish you just click on that and it'd take you. Let's see, click this, boss battle, and I've done this one already today, and I can kind of show you guys the rewards here, what I'm talking about. These bastards right here. Now, you can see I have 132 of these sitting in my box. You can tell I farmed this quite a bit. And this is why, you know, like, I'm actually pretty set on these right now. I don't need to farm the boss battle. I probably actually still farm it just because. But you really need to utilize these half stamina events, especially when it comes to obtaining gold. I would say, guys, for gold, farm books, green books. I know red books are also kind of quick if you have the right team for it. And then just sell the books. That's how I get all my money. Usually probably like 10 to 15 mil a day, just depending on, you know, what team I bring. If I'm bringing level 1 units, obviously it's going to go a little slower. Something else I just thought of is, in order to get your entire box 5-star, the awakening materials that you need is ridiculous. And I mean ridiculous. And some of these aren't even purchasable. Like, in order to get all this stuff maxed out, and like you see right here, I have 200 and 146, but there is 6 of this one. Now, when you're trying to farm awakening materials, you can get a very, very good amount of awakening materials from the boss events, the ones I just showed you, right? The 6-star, this one, these books right here drop from, it's going to be Hendrickson raid. This one right here usually drops from the Slater raid. This one right here drops from the Hauser raid, and so forth. 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 5th, 6th. There's 6 awakenings, basically 6 different raids, but each one usually has a item that doesn't drop in the raid, and this one you're gonna have to go farm yourself. Okay, if you look, the location is, the raid isn't here. However, if you look at the location for these ones, the raid, this is the raid right here. So what I'm trying to say is, the last ingredient, when it's half stamina for free stages, go farm that. That is how I got everything maxed the hell out, okay? When I actually farmed it, I actually found it a little bit more efficient. It just depends on what you're going for. If you're looking solely for the awakening materials, I found it more efficient to run it on the, it would just be 2 stamina per run on just the easy stages, because it's half stam. I found that more efficient than the 5 stamina just because it's quicker. And then on top of that, you can just, everything dies in one hit. It's like even Gother's attack card just wipes the entire field. And I just found it a little bit quicker when trying to farm that. In 2 stamina, it goes along. We could run it like 500 times for like 3 or 4 pots. It makes some sense, you know. Now, if you are trying to get more 5-star amulets and you're trying to awaken your gear, which I'm kind of at that point right now, is where I'm out of the 5-star amulets. I'll probably next time I'll actually be running it on the 10 stamina. I would recommend doing that if that's where you currently are. Just kind of see what you need and go for it. Now, if you're like, man, I got like 50, you know, 5-star amulets, I don't have the gold to use them, you need to be farming books. Like, there's always something to be farming in this game. Right now, currently, what I'm going to be working on, my box CC right here, combat class, it is high. At 1.5 million, it's actually pretty solid. I'm happy with that number, but I want to see that at probably like 2.5, 3 million. I think the highest even in the world right now is only like at 2 million. So I do want to break that 2 million mark. In order to do that, my next goal is basically, let me just go grab a random character. I want to farm SSR pieces for every single character. Not maxing them out, but I want SSR pieces in every single slot, probably 4 HP slots and 2 defensive slots in every single character, and +5 of them to get my overall combat class to that. Probably doing that would probably break hopefully 2 million. I think in order to break 2 million, I actually need to pull these guys, so it's going to need a little bit of RNG luck. Alright guys, that's kind of like my current goals. I want to go over my whole box, what units I've maxed out. I got entire box 5 to 6 star, what I'm missing and how I did it. Take advantage of your stamina pots, use them wisely. When farming the boss stage, if you can avoid it, don't do the 20 stam. It's just not worth. You'll burn through the pots unless you're heavily pay to play and you summon a crap ton and you have pots for days. You have literally like 1,000 pots sitting in your inventory. Like, look at my inventory. My inventory right now is full. Just because I farm so much gear, I'm actually almost full. I got like 13,000 of these orange crystals. I've been having to sell orange crystals because I'm farming so much gear, if that makes sense. Alright guys, I love you. Let me know in the comments what your overall box CC is. Mine is at 1.48 million. I want to know what yours is. And let me know what units you're missing. What's your Great White Buffalo? Mine is the 2 Bonds and that Matrona Deanne. Since the game's come out, never been able to pull her. My Great White Buffaloes are those. Let me know what yours is. I love you guys, and I'll see you on the next video. Laters.